Uses of between, among. Uses of between, among. Same. Between is equal to two persons or anything to. Two persons or anything to. Among is equal to more than two persons or anything more than two. Right? What is the note here? We have to write, observe. Note, this is this is valid point. Look, when the number is not specified, when the number is not specified, we have to use among. We have to use among. You know why I told you this is valid point? Because one important point is here. We have to use among, but if the sound of the word begins with vowels, use amongst in the place of among. Use amongst in the place of among. Now, what is all this? I will explain. See, uses of between, among. See, observe. There are cold wives dash the two brothers. What is the meaning of cold wives? You know, internal disputes. Internal disputes. Whereas in Hindi, anban. In Hindi, what you have to say? Anban. Right? In English, internal disputes. Wonderful word. This is cold wise means internal disputes. There are cold disputes dash the two brothers. Okay, some internal disputes are there between the two brothers. In the case of two persons or anything two, what you have to use? Between. Right? See, there are cold wives dash the brothers. Two or more than two. Number is not specified. When the number is not specified, see, in the case of when the number is not specified, we have to use among. My dear students, observe. I'll explain one point here. Similarly, see, there are cold wives dash the three brothers among. It means in the case of two persons or anything two, between. In the case of more than two persons or anything more than two, among. When the number is not specified, then also you have to use among. It means among is used in two situations. What are the two situations? One, in the case of more than two persons or anything more than two. Second situation, when the number is not specified, right? But sometimes amongst takes place in the place of among. When we have to use amongst, I'll explain now. See, there is no harmony. Harmony means peace. Dash us. There is no harmony. Dash us. two persons or more than two persons. Number is not specified. When the number is not specified, actually what you have to use among. Actually what you have to use among. But don't use among here, because if the sound of the word begins with vowels A, E, I, O, U, in the place of among, we have to use amongst. We have to use amongst. That's it. Okay, my students? So, prepositions topic is over. Maximum important points I've explained. You go with good practice, because one of the toughest topics in English is prepositions. Toughest topics. One of the actually, just to complete the prepositions topic, you can't believe, good faculty, he takes 20 to 25 hours just for one topic. Just for one topic. Such a big topic, such an important topic. It is an important topic as well as complexity topic. So if one wants to have perfection with this topic, unless he goes with the practical usage every day, unless he goes with verifying of different books dealing with prepositions, it is not so easy to have perfection on this topic. So go with good practice, my students. Next topic: concords and corrections. It is not so easy to have command on this topic. Prepositions. You have to go with different. You have to follow different books dealing with prepositions. Wonderful books are there. Okay. Phrasal usage of phrasal prepositions. One book is there. Oxford usage of phrasal prepositions. Follow that book. Wonderful book that is. Right. And also our made easy material. Wonderful material. In our material, we have given various examples in a way which in a way a student can understand easily. In a way a student can understand easily. So I believe, of course, don't simply confine yourself to reading of 2 or 3 books. In the case of vocabulary, in the case of improvement of vocabulary or grammar, the more books we refer, the more perfection we can attain. There is limit to acquire the knowledge. We cannot put an end to acquire knowledge. We never can say this is enough, this is enough. Right? About the improvement of whatever it is, language or vocabulary or whatever it is. If one is very much interested in learning anything, has to deal with he has to follow various aspects of particularly dealing with that particular way, that particular profession, what the census is going on. So my students, very, very important. Practice is very important. Next, the concords and corrections. Now, what is the meaning of concord? Concord means subject verb agreement. Subject verb agreement. Some words are there. Okay, what kind of verb they accept? What kind of verb they accept? Very, very, very important topic. Right? See. Here also I am giving maximum important words. See, 1. Usage of neither nor. Usage of neither nor. Observe. Neither nor. Always takes. Always takes the verb. Depending on the subject. Nearest to nor. Neither nor always takes the verb depending on the subject nearest to nor. When we are using neither nor, what is the subject nearest to nor? Depending on the subject nearest to nor, we have to accept the verb. For example, see, neither the students nor the principal are coming. This is wrong. Why? Observe. When we use neither nor. When we use neither nor. What is the subject nearest to nor? We have to identify. What is the subject nearest to nor? Principal. Principal is singular. So we have to use singular verb. Okay. You may confuse here. You may confuse here like this, sir. Okay. Students. This part is also nearest to nor. So then why shouldn't I take this? This is your doubt, right? If you think this part is nearest to nor, then who is nearest to neither? You are leaving this alone, right? Don't be too smart. Take the right part. Take the right part, not left part. Okay? Neither the students nor the principal are coming. What is the at the time of usage of neither nor? What is the subject nearest to nor? Depending on it, accept the verb. What is the subject nearest to nor? The principal is coming. Okay? One more. What is the meaning of this sentence? You know, it means students are not coming, principal is also not coming. Neither nor is always used in negative sense. Neither nor is always used in negative sense. For example, one more. Let us take one more sentence. Neither my brother nor I are going. Wrong. What is the subject nearest to nor? I. I takes am. Neither my brother nor I am going. Right, my students? Next. Usage of neither of. Says of neither of. Neither of is equal to always takes singular verb. Right? Neither of always takes singular verb. For example, see. Neither of the two brothers have come. This is wrong. Why? Neither of always takes singular verb. Always takes singular verb. But what is the verb we have used here? Plural verb. Have is plural. What is the singular? Has. Has come. I told you, do you remember singular verbs, plural verbs? I gave you the list of singular verbs and plural verbs. Neither of the two brothers has come. Okay? Note. Neither of is equal to used with two persons or anything to. Neither of is equal to used with two persons or anything to. Right? Why? Why I have see? Why I'm explaining like this? You know. Now you will realize why I'm giving this all these notes. You will realize now. Next. Usage of none of. Usage of none of. None of always takes singular verb. None of also always takes singular verb. Okay? Take the note here also. None of is equal to used with more than two persons or anything more than two or anything more than two. When the number is not specified, then also we have to use none of. Then also we have to use none of. What is all this? I'll explain. See, none of these students, none of the three students are clever. Wrong. None of the three students is clever. Three students are there. No student is clever. This is the meaning of this sentence. Right? None of always takes singular verb, not plural verb. Next. See. What is the note you have taken here? Used with more than two persons or anything more than two. When the number is not specified, use. Then also we have to use none of. Why I have explained all this, now you will realize. Because how is asking in the exam sometimes, observe. Students are especially getting confusion between the uses of neither of and none of. How is asking in the exam? See, neither of these students has accepted. How is asking the exam sometimes? Improve the underlined part with appropriate option. Improve the underlined part with appropriate option. Sometimes he is asking like this. He is giving like this. A. None of. B. Any of. C. Some of. D. No improvement. No improvement. See, neither of the students, two or more than two, number is not specified. When the number is not specified, what we have to use? None of. So this is the option. Okay, my students. So my students observe. Don't confuse between the uses of neither of and none of. Neither of is equal to used with two persons or anything two. None of is equal to used with more than two persons or anything more than two. When the number is not specified, then also we have to use none of. Right? Don't confuse. Next, uses of either or. Uses of either or. See? Either or is used in positive sense. Positive sense. I told you neither nor is equal to used in negative sense. Either or is equal to used in positive sense. Takes the verb depending on the subject nearest to or. Depending on the subject nearest to or. In the case of neither nor, nearest to nor. In the case of either or, nearest to or. There nor, here or. That's all. Okay? See? Either my brother or I are coming. Wrong. What is the subject nearest to are? I. I takes am coming. I takes am. Right? Next, see. Uses of as well as along with besides together with in addition to as well as along with besides together 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 with in addition to, right? See, all these words take the verb. All these words take the verb depending on the first subject. Depending on the first subject. See, when we use these words 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, in the case of all these words, what is the first subject? Identify. Depending on the first subject, we have to accept the verb. For example, see, the minister along with his followers. The minister along with his followers are visiting. Wrong. What I told you? Along with, as well as, besides, together with, in addition to. All these 5 words take the verb depending on the first subject. Depending on the first subject. Here we have 2 subjects. All these words always takes 2 subjects. These words always take 2 subjects. But what is the first subject we have to identify? Depending on the first subject, we have to accept the verb. See, 2 subjects we have here. One, minister, his followers. Right? What is the first subject here? Minister. Minister is singular, plural, singular. So we have to use is visiting. Okay, my students, observe. Along with, as well as, besides, together with, in addition to. These 5 words always take 2 subjects. Always take 2 subjects. But depending on the first subject, these 5 words accept the verb. Okay, so in the case of all these 5 words, though we have 2 subjects, what is the first subject we have to identify? Depending on the first subject, we have to accept the verb. Okay, next. Sometimes he is just asking like this. The minister with his followers only is giving with. With means along with. With means along with. With or along with. Sometimes he is giving along with, sometimes he is giving with. Suppose if he gives in the exam with, it means along with. Don't confuse. Okay. See, my brother as well as I are coming. Wrong. Okay. See, my brother as well as I are coming. Wrong. Who is the first subject here? My brother. So what you have to see how some are claiming, unfortunately, am coming. Some are using am. This is also wrong. Why? What is the subject? My brother. Third person singular. So you have to say is coming. Okay. Unfortunately, at the time of as well as, some 90% students are getting confusion. How they are speaking? Unfortunately, my brother as well as I are coming. Okay, 2 subjects. So I have to go with the plural verb. And some are too smart as well as I is here. So I am coming. They are claiming am. Both are wrong. When you are using as well as, Consider the first subject. What is the first subject? My brother. Depending on the first subject, you have to accept the verb. Right? Next. Uses of some important words list also I will give you. Fairly, rather. Both are similar in meaning, but situations are different. Fairly is equal to used in positive sense. Rather is equal to used in negative sense. Rather is equal to used in negative sense. See, he is fairly dishonest. Dishonest negative. So in the case of negative, don't use fairly. He is rather dishonest. This is wrong. This is correct. He is rather dishonest. Next. Usage of many plus a by m. Very important formula. Many plus a by m. Before consonant sounded words, a. Before vowel sounded words, m. That you know, right? See, this formula takes singular noun and singular verb. Singular verb. But gives plural sense. Most dangerous formula. See, this formula takes singular noun, verb also singular, but this formula gives plural sense. Right? This formula takes singular noun and singular verb, but gives plural sense. What is all this? I'll explain. See, many a boy is coming. See, many plus a or n. The before depending on the sound of the word. Boy is the sound of the word boy. Observe beginning with consonant. So that I have used here a. Many a boy. So a or n depending on the sound of the word. This formula takes singular noun, verb also singular, but it gives plural sense. You know what is the meaning of the sentence? It means so many boys are coming. So many boys are coming. Okay? Many a boy is coming means so many boys are coming. One more. Many an egg is damaged. It means, so many eggs are damaged. Both are correct. So many eggs are damaged. Observe. Okay, students. Many an egg is damaged means so many eggs are damaged. Now see. One important point I'll explain here. What is that important point? For example, see. There is many a book in the library. Means there are so many books in the library. There are so many books in the library. This is also correct. But this is wrong. There are many books in the library. This is wrong. You know why this is wrong? Use so many, or else use many plus a by n. But don't use only many. Don't use many in positive sentences. Right? What is the note here, you know? Note. Many is used in negatives and interrogatives. Don't use many in positive sentences. Many is used in negative sentences or interrogative sentences only. Right? So if you want, see, if you want to use many plus a by n formula, or else use so many. But don't use only many in positive sentences. Right? Now let us take one sentence in the form of correction. Many a student have been involved. This is wrong because many a student. This formula takes singular noun. Noun is correct, okay. But what is the verb here? Here you have to use singular verb. But have is plural. What is the singular? Has. Has been involved. Right, my students? Very simple. Next. Usage of enough. Every time is asking in the exams. Where we have to usage of enough. It means the what is the placement of enough in a sentence? Very important. A comes before noun. In the case of noun, it comes before. Comes after adjective. In the case of adjective, it comes after. In the case of noun, it comes before. What is all this? See. I have money enough to buy a car. Wrong. This is wrong. In the case of, see, I have money enough. Wrong. Right? I have enough money. In the case of nouns, it comes before. In the case of noun, it comes before. I have enough money. Okay? See, in the case of noun, it comes before. Similarly, he is enough strong to lift it, to lift the box. Wrong. Strong, stronger, strongest. Adjective. In the case of adjectives, you have to write after the adjective. He is strong enough to lift the box. To lift the box. Okay? So, what is the placement of enough? When enough is given in the sentence, observe. It means is testing us whether we know the placement of enough or not. Is testing us. Immediately when enough is there in this, if you find enough in a sentence, immediately the placement of enough is correct or wrong, you have to identify. See, what is the placement of enough? In the case of noun, it comes before. In the case of adjective, it comes after. That's it. Says of because, therefore, says of because, therefore, exceed, more than, enough, sufficient. See some, take these words. Every time is asking, basing on the group of these words. Uses of because, therefore, exceed, more than, enough, sufficient. See, both are similar in meaning. Similarly, these two are similar in meaning. Similarly, these two are similar in meaning. Don't use two words in one sentence. For example, see, the story should not exceed more than 100 words. This is wrong. Why this is wrong? Exceed, more than. Both are similar in meaning. We have to use only one word. It means you have to use exceed or more than. But don't use two words in one sentence. How you have to write? The story should not exceed 100 words. This is correct. Or else the story should not be more than 100 words. The story should not be 100 words. Use exceed or more than. But don't use two words in one sentence. Okay? Concentrate. Next. Uses of compound nouns. What is compound nouns? I'll explain now. Right? See, uses of compound nouns. Note. What is the note you have to write here? See. In the case of compound nouns, in the case of compound nouns, to make plural form, if you want to make a plural form, a compound noun, how you have to make? See, observe. Add yes to the main word. To the main word. First of all, what is compound noun? Observe. See, in the case of compound nouns, to make plural form, add yes to the main word. Okay? Now, see, observe. What is compound noun? I'll explain. A noun that has more than one word. For example, mother-in-law. Like this. A word that has more than one word. This word is called compound noun. In the case of compound nouns, if you want to make a plural form, how you have to make? Observe. Mother-in-laws. Wrong. Add yes to the main word. Mothers-in-law. This is correct. Not mother-in-laws. Mothers-in-law. Similarly, commander-in-chief. Commander in chiefs. Wrong. Commanders in chief. Correct. Commanders in chief. This is correct. Similarly, period of time. Period of times. Right? Everyone speaks like this, unfortunately. Wrong. Not period of times. Periods of time. This is correct. Note. Mother-in-law, mother-in-laws. Wrong. Mothers-in-law. Correct. Commander-in-chief. Commander-in-chief's. Wrong. Commanders-in-chief. Period of time. Plural form. Period of times. Wrong. Periods of time. So, what is compound noun? A noun that has more than one word like this. These are called compound nouns. In the case of compound nouns, if we want to make a plural form, add s to the main word. Add s to the main word. That's it. Okay. Okay. Next, uses of the number of. Uses of the number of. See, always takes singular verb. The number of always takes singular verb. For example, see, the number of students are less than 100. Wrong. The number of students is less than 100. The number of always takes singular verb, not plural verb. Usage of a number of. Usage of a number of. There is a difference between a number of and the number of. A number of always takes plural verb. See, the number of takes singular verb. A number of takes plural verb. Don't confuse. See, a number of students is accepting. Wrong. A number of students are accepting. A number of students are accepting, not is. The number of takes singular verb. A number of takes plural verb. See, usage of less, fewer. Usage of less, fewer. Less is equal to used with uncountable nouns. Fewer is equal to used with countable nouns. Less is equal to used with uncountable nouns. Fewer is equal to used with countable nouns. For example, see, no less than 50 students went to the picnic. This is wrong. Not no less than. In the case of countable nouns, we have to use fewer. No fewer than. Not less. fewer. Okay? See, no fewer than 2 liters of milk I want. Wrong. No less than. In the case of uncountables, less. In the case of countables, fewer. Next. Usage of in spite of, despite. Says of in spite of, despite. See, in spite of working hard, he failed in the exam. Correct. Or else, despite working hard, he failed in the exam. Both are correct. Use in spite of, or else use despite. But don't say in spite, don't say despite of. Okay? Usage of each, every. Usage of each, every. See, these two words always take singular verb. These two words always take singular verb. See, every boy and girl are participating. Wrong. Not every boy and girl. Right? Every boy and girl is participating. The word every, each always takes singular verb. Okay? One more. Usage of same, every, each of. Every, each of. See, these three always take reflexive pronoun in singular form. Right? These three always take reflexive pronoun in singular form. Reflexive pronoun or pronoun, both are same. Sometimes reflexive pronoun, sometimes pronoun also. See, for example, every student must bring their hall ticket. Now this is pronoun. In the case of pronoun, don't use in plural form. Use in singular form. Similarly, in the case of reflexive pronoun also, not themselves. Suppose if reflexive pronoun is given, themselves, that is wrong. Then you have to say himself. Every student must bring his hall ticket. Right? One more. Each of the girls must bring their identity card. Wrong. Each of the girls must bring her identity card. Pronoun must be in singular form. Similarly, reflexive pronoun also. If pronoun is given here, if reflexive pronoun is given, that also must be in singular form. Okay? Next. Uses of describe, discuss, explain. Uses of describe, discuss, explain. See, These three words do not take about. When we use these three words, don't use about with all these three words. For example, see, he explained about the situation. Wrong. He explained the situation. That's it. He explained about the situation. Wrong. Simply you say he explained the situation. Okay. Similarly, see, he described about the beauty of the Taj Mahal. Wrong. He described, okay, the beauty of the Taj Mahal. This is correct. Not he described about the beauty of the Taj Mahal. He described the beauty of the Taj Mahal. That's it. Okay. Now see one more. Don't discuss about this topic. Wrong. Don't discuss this topic. Not don't discuss about this topic. Don't discuss this topic. Okay, my students. So these three words do not take about. Note. In the case of persons, use about with discuss. See, generally the word discuss does not take about, but in the case of persons we have to use. It means, see, don't discuss him. Wrong. Don't discuss about him. Okay. Similarly, see, don't discuss snakes. Wrong. Don't discuss about snakes. Okay. Right. Next. Usage of being. Usage of being. See, we must not begin the sentence with being. Write the subject. Never begin the sentence with being. We have to write some subject. It means, see, being a teacher, I cannot do this. Wrong. I should not begin the sentence with being. I being a teacher. I cannot do this. Here you can use I or not. No problem. See, I being a teacher cannot do this is correct. I being a teacher, I cannot do this. Both are correct. But don't begin the sentence with being. You should write some subject. Right? One more. Being a rainy day. I am not going. Wrong. In the case of nature, it being a rainy day. I am not going. In the case of nature, use it as subject. Right? Rainy day belongs to nature. Uses of had better. Says of had better. See? Had better directly takes V1. Directly takes V1. For example, see? You had better to stop smoking. Right? This is wrong. Not you had better to stop smoking. You had better stop smoking. Is correct. In the case of had better, right? Directly write V1. Don't write 2. Okay? Directly write V1. You had better to stop. Wrong. You had better stop smoking. Okay? Next. See? Uses of collapse happen. Uses of collapse happen. See, very important point this is. We must not use these two words in passive form. Passive form or passive voice. Both are same. See, we must not use these two words in passive voice or in passive form. We have to use these two words only in active form. It means active voice. See, for example, the accident was happened yesterday. See, wrong. Because what is passive voice? I told you B form plus V3. If we have B form plus V3, that is passive voice. So don't use the words happen and collapse in passive voice. How you have to say? The accident happened in passive voice. Happened yesterday. That's all. The accident happened yesterday. That's it. Okay. Similarly, see, I was collapsed when I heard the news. This is also wrong. I collapsed when I heard the news. Not I was, because this is passive voice. So my students, collapse happened. Don't use these two words in passive form. Use these two words only in active form. It means active voice. Right? See, the following words always take V1 plus ing form. I am giving you some important words list. These words always take V1 plus ing form. What are the words? I don't. Hesitate, dislike, consider, stop, deny, don't mind. Okay. Object to, with a view to, looking forward to, get used to. Just concentrate. Okay. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. These words always take V1 plus ing form. Right? For example, see. Girls hesitate to talk with strangers. This is all wrong. This is wrong. Why this is wrong? Hesitate. See, I told you now. These words always take V1 plus ing form. Girls hesitate. This word takes V1 plus ing form. What you have written here? 2 plus V1. This is wrong. Girls hesitate V1 plus ing form. Talking with strangers. Girls hesitate talking with strangers. Not 2 plus V1. We have to write V1 plus ing form. Similarly, every word. See. I stopped to talk to him. Right? I stopped to eat non-veg. I stopped to smoke. I stopped to consume liquor. Everyone commonly uses 2 plus V1 with the word stopped. But this is wrong. I stopped talking to him. Not I stopped to talk to him. I stopped talking to him. V1 plus ing form. Okay? See? One more. Don't mind to ask me anything. Don't mind to ask me anything. Sometimes we offer our well-wishers and close mates like this, right? Don't mind to ask me anything, right? This is wrong. Don't mind. Not 2 plus V1. V1 plus ing form. Don't mind asking me anything. This is correct. See, sometimes we offer our vehicle to our neighbor. Then we commonly speak like this. Sir, don't mind to take my bike. To take my bike. Wrong. Don't mind taking my bike. Don't mind taking my bike. V1 plus ing form. Okay? See, these words. Look. He worked hard with a view to get a top rank. This is wrong. With a view to. See, this is all one word. With a view to. This is all one word. With a view to. This word takes V1 plus ing form. So what you have to say? With a view to getting top rank. With a view to getting top rank. This is all one word. With a view to, don't separate. Okay. Okay, next. The following nouns, see, the following nouns always take, the following nouns always take plural verb. The following nouns always take plural verb. What are the nouns? Cattle, clergy, vermin, cattle, clergy, vermin, peasantry. What is the meaning of clergy? Group of Christian pastors. Group of Christian pastors. Peasantry means small farmers. Vermin means a kind of insect. Vermin means a kind of insect. Cattle, clergy, vermin, peasantry. See, these nouns always take plural verb. For example, the the cattle is grazing in the ground. This is wrong. The cattle are grazing in the ground because these nouns look like singular, but they take plural verb. See, these nouns look like singular, but they take plural verb. Right? One more. The clergy has visited the new church. This is wrong. The clergy have visited the new church. The clergy have visited the new church. Okay? See. The following nouns always take singular verb. See, scenery, innings, athletics, measles, furniture, luggage, and equipment. And mathematics, right like this. And mathematics. Let us take this. Because equipment, luggage, both are almost same. Now see, these nouns always take singular verb. For example, the sceneries of Kashmir are enchanting. See, enchanting means the more you look at, the more you can be happy. See, the more you look at, the more you want to look at. That is called enchanting beauty. See, here we have two mistakes. First of all, don't say sceneries. First of all, you have to say scenery. Second, we have to use singular verb, not plural verb. The scenery of Kashmir is enchanting. Okay? See, athletics are highly energetic sport. Right? Wrong. Not athletics are. Athletics is. Athletics is. But we have to say athletes are. What is the difference between athletics and athletes? Athletes means who participated in athletics are called athletes, right? Don't confuse between athletics and athletes. Athletics is. Similarly, measles are a contagious disease. Wrong. Measles is. Measles is. What is the meaning of measles? Smallpox. Measles is a contagious disease. See, the following nouns are in plural form. They always take plural verb. They always take plural verbs. Some nouns they are always in plural form. Verb also they take plural. What are the nouns? Scissors, trousers, premises, spectacles, ALMS, alms. Alms means charities, donations, right? What is the meaning of alms? Charities, donations. Okay. See, these nouns always take plural verb. Nowadays, spectacles is an expensive item. Wrong. Of course, it is one piece. Don't use singular verbs. Spectacles are an expensive item. Not spectacles is. Spectacles are. Okay. See, this is very common mistake. Where is the scissors? Right. Wrong. Where are the scissors? Where are the scissors? Not where is the scissors. Though it is one piece, you have to go with plural verb. Sir, can we say where is the scissor? Right? Scissor is not noun. Scissor means cut. Scissors, scissor. Okay? Don't confuse. Next. Nouns that indicate length, time, measure, period. Nouns that indicate length, time, measure, period, and money. Okay? When they are preceded by numericals, they don't take plural form. I'll explain, don't worry. They don't take plural form. First, take the nouns list here. Later, meter, dozen, year, foot. Let us take 100. What is this? I'll explain. 100 means 1000, 1 lakh, 1 crore, everything will come. Liter, meter, dozen, year, foot, 100. These nouns, when they are preceded by numericals, and you are giving them, if we are using these words in the context of length, time, measure, period, and money, in these situations, these words do not take plural form. For example, see, Observe. I want 2 liter milk. Wrong. Later, it is indicating measurement here, right? When this word is indicating measurement, if it is preceded by numerical like this, okay, 2 liters milk. If it is preceded by numerical like this does not take plural form. What you have to say? I want 2 liter milk. That's all. This is correct. Or else 2 liters of milk. This is also correct. That's it. Liters is wrong. Why? This is indicating measurement. When it is indicating measurement, if it is preceded by numerical, right? This word does not take plural form. Don't say 2 liters milk. We have to say 2 liter milk, or else 2 liters of milk. This is also correct. If half is there, you can add plural form. Similarly, 2 meters, 2 meters cloth. Wrong. 2 meter cloth, or else 2 meters of cloth. Both are correct. See, engineering is a 4 years course. Wrong. Because here in this case, here this word is indicating duration. When this word is indicating duration, it does not take plural form. What you have to say? 4 year course. This is correct. 4 year course. Okay, my students. See, Britishers ruled us for 150 years. Is it correct? Is it correct? No, this is wrong. Because 150 years, you can use plural form here. Why? This is not particular period like engineering, right? Muslims ruled us for 200 years like that. Someone ruled us for so many years like that. So one has to rule us only 150 years. Like this is not particular duration. So we are using in general form. It is not indicating particular duration here. When we are using in general form, you can use plural form. See, engineering is a 4 year course, right? But he studied 5 years. This is correct. Engineering is a 4 year course. Here this is correct, but he studied 5 years. Here this is also correct. Why? 4 year course. This is the duration of engineering, right? But this is not duration. One study, one look at me, one will study 5 years, one will study 10 years, one will study 7 years also, depending on one's ability. So this is not particular duration, general sense. You can use plural form. Okay, my students? See, he is 6 feet. Wrong. He is 6 foot. That's all. He is 6 foot. Don't say he is 6 feet. He is 6 foot. You are measuring, right? Next. Some common mistakes. Some common mistakes. First, here see, usage of enter. See, I'll explain a new point here. Usage of enter. You know, everyone knows only one point. The word enter does not take into. No, sometimes it takes. For example, write on A. Does not take into. Write in brackets. when we can see. He suddenly entered into my room. This is wrong. Why this is wrong? Room. Can we see the room? Yes, we can see. When you can see like this, don't use into. What you have to say? Enter the room. Enter the room. That's all. Okay. Now B. Takes into. Sometimes it takes. When, write in brackets. When we cannot see. When we cannot see, it means see. Don't enter my plans. This is wrong because can see we cannot see plans, right? We cannot see plans like the room. So when we cannot see, we have to use into. What you have to say? Don't enter into my plans. Don't enter into my plans. Very simple. If you can see, don't use into. If you cannot see, use into. Opposite. See, we have entered. We have entered 20th century. Is it correct? Wrong. Why? 20th century we cannot see because 20th century we cannot see. So we have to use into. We have entered into 20th century. If you can see, don't use into. If you cannot see, use into. That's it. Okay? Next. Ordering of persons. Ordering of persons. See? Positive statement. Third person plus, second person plus, first person. In the case of positive statement, this is the order. It means he, you, and I got promotion. Got promotion. In the case of positive statement, this is the order. Okay? In the case of negative statement, first person plus, second person plus, third person. For example, I, you, and he failed in the interview. Failed in the interview. That's it. Okay? In the case of positive statement, third person plus, second person plus, first person order. In the case of negative statement, first person plus, second person plus, third person is the order. That's all. Right? Depending on the statement. See. I want an information. This is wrong. Not an information. A piece of information. Correct. A piece of information. Not an information. Okay? Next. I want an advice. This is also wrong. What you have to say? A piece of advice. Correct. A piece of advice. Not an advice. A piece of advice. The manager asked me a check. Wrong. A leaf of check. Correct. Don't say I want a check. I want a leaf of check. But don't say I want a leaf of checkbook. I want a checkbook. That is correct. Okay. The nurse gave the patient a bread. Wrong. A piece of bread. This is also wrong. A slice of bread. Correct. Or else a loaf of bread. Correct. Both are correct. A slice of bread, a loaf of bread. Okay. I have a hope. Wrong. I have a ray of hope. I have a ray of hope. Not I have a hope. I have a ray of hope. There are 20 candidates applied for the lectureship. Wrong. Not lectureship. For the lecturership. Not lectureship. Lecturership. Okay. Next. We are all family members. It's also wrong. Members of the family. We are all family members. Wrong. Members of the family. Right. See. There is no place in the compartment. This is wrong. There is no place in the compartment. Wrong. There is no room in the compartment. Right. There is no place on this bench. Wrong. There is no room on this bench. What is the meaning of room, you know? Room means unoccupied seat. Unoccupied seat. So many are getting confused like this. There is no room in this room. Correct. It means there is no unoccupied seat in this room. Okay, my students. Next, the doctor saw the pulse of the patient. This is wrong. None can see the pulse. The doctor felt the pulse of the patient. This is correct. Or else experienced also correct. Both are correct. When we go to doctor, we commonly ask him like this, sir, see my pulse. Wrong. Feel my pulse. Just like feel my love. Okay. Tell the truth. Wrong. Speak the truth. Don't say tell the truth. Speak the truth is correct. Similarly, don't speak lies. Wrong. What you have to say? Don't tell lies. Correct? Or else, this is also correct. Don't lie. When you are using lie as verb, it gives two meanings. One meaning is telling lie. Another meaning is sleep. See, I never lie with you. It means I never tell you a lie. I never sleep with you. It gives two meanings. Are you trying to lie with me? It means are you trying to tell me a lie? Second meaning, you know that. Okay? The team made a goal. Wrong. Scored a goal. Correct. The team scored a goal. This is correct. She is taking a bath. Wrong. None can take. She is having a bath. She is having a bath. Not taking a bath. See, unwantedly, everyone is using having in most of the situations. In unnecessary situations, also they are using. See, where you have to use having, See, for example, having is equal to, generally we use in two situations. One, eating or drinking. B, experiencing. Generally, in these two situations, we use having. In other situations, don't use. For example, see, I am having two children. Everyone speaks like this. I am having own house. I am having urgent work. I am having two children. Am I eating my two children? No, this is wrong. What do you have to say? I have two children. I have two children. Similarly, see, he is having urgent work. This is also wrong. Wrong. Is he eating his urgent work? No, there is no meaning in it. He has urgent work. As urgent?